do while we're rolling in here is we'll just catch up with the chat for a minute, and then I'll ask you guys a question. You can all respond, and then we'll go to the chat and see what's up, and we'll just go back and forth like that.
Yeah,
All right.
All right, sweet. Get some applause going. What's up, Monty? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Music's just better with applause behind it, isn't it?
yeah, for sure.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all can see a chat too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently we got a couple different thumbnails. What's up, Mike? I gotta make sure I shared everywhere I was supposed to. Patreon, Discord, YouTube. Where else? G-Man! 17 people in here already? What's up? Candace? Sorry, y'all can see the chat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, ours
Not
is being
really.
kind of weird right
Oh,
now.
okay. If you,
I'll just like,
you can pull it up on
Here.
your phone and just turn the volume down on your phone.
gotcha.
Whatever's easiest for y'all. Just listening to a little funk before we get into this. What's up, Lost? Welcome, my friends.
Okay.
I see Trump's. Jennifer, no smoking dogs. What's up? This is wild, y'all. We're gonna talk about it, but I just can't imagine how anyone on your team feels right now. Anyone in that house, I have no idea how y'all are just keeping it together.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just coming out. Right now we can't like see anything, so just stay tuned.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
We got some funk to play.
Cool.
Gonna let everyone roll into. We started a couple minutes early, so.
It was fine right now. Now it's just like
Brent, welcome. Mello, welcome, welcome. Freeze the Fall Band. We got the Momagers and Dad crew in house. What's up? What's up? We got sound effects for that. Ah, hey, Danielle's here too. I appreciate that. That's my fiance, y'all. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, some of y'all have heard it already. Is it Gino? Gino, probably?
Yeah.
All right, check out this bass.
That's
Funky, right? Yeah, it was fun. We rented. We borrowed. It's like a 1976 P bass, and it's fretless.
Really?
And fretless or flat wound. I can never remember. I have a video of it, but all we did was we just plugged it into a Neve preamp, and that was it. That was the sound we got. It was just this
Really?
vintage bass and a preamp. It's like,
It sounds so good.
yeah. And the guy that played it too, my buddy Kevin, he just fell into it. Like we're just listening to like that outro, 16 bars or whatever, like on repeat. And he just fell into that. It's like, oh my goodness.
It
Unreal.
sounds so good. Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, it needs to be.
It needs to be
smaller,
side by
yeah.
side.
Oh, actually, or maybe not. Wait, but now.
Yeah, they're good. Make sure you're comfortable. We
No,
got lots of time. Mark's in here. Mark's freezing.
Well, I guess we can see it either way.
Yeah.
You guys have a
Want to
preference?
use your
That's
read
better.
preview?
Okay,
Okay.
we're
I think
in.
we got it now. We got it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Welcome. How
Right.
about this? In the chat, could we get some frosty emojis if you've heard Glitch already? I want to see who's all heard the song. I see Mike's downloaded it.
Ooh.
I don't know how to say your name. I'm really sorry. Gino? Bought it on iTunes last night. Fantastic. What's up, Beth? Welcome. Feels weird without music. There's gonna be like
Yeah,
a 30-second delay.
Monty.
Monty's heard it. Yeah, Monty was one of the early ones this morning. was like, I listened to this 5 times already. I was like, nice.
Awesome.
Oh, thank you so much,
much.
Monty.
It's only 5 a.m. here.
Ooh.
Danielle's heard it.
5?
Danielle's heard it all morning. 34 people in here. Look at this. You know what? You know what's funny? This is your guys' first release. The video isn't even out yet. And this is already one of my biggest live streams. When it comes to just like
Wow.
people coming in. Like 20, 25 is like pretty standard. We got a pretty dope crew here. We all like hanging out. But climbing up over 30 this quick, that's pretty wild. Good for you guys. Let's get some applause for that.
Thank you guys so much.
Okay, let's start this thing off. So I wanna go in order, but I want to start with today. And I know that sounds weird, but I gotta know, like, how you guys surviving, how you feeling. Tell us about today. Take the floor for a minute.
Yeah. So today we had a radio interview, and with the Lizard from our local
Yeah,
town.
so they're basically like the rock station
Mhm.
in our city, and so it was pretty cool that they played our song and we got to be interviewed there too, which was
For sure.
awesome.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think they're gonna keep our song in rotation also, so
Yeah.
we'll just be
Yeah.
on the radio, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
And like, how was the interview experience?
It was like really good. Like they
Yeah, it
asked like a
was.
lot of really interesting questions and they got us like thinking. So yeah, it was a fun
Yeah,
one.
because
Yeah, it
you know,
was
kind
like-
of after. Sorry, go ahead.
No, all good. It was like more fun questions than usual, so that was good.
Because you
Yeah.
know there are like the I guess generic like standard questions that all the interviewers asked, but the interviewer that we saw, he was asking us like completely different questions, and it was like, oh, I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah,
That's
right.
cool.
Yeah.
Was this the one that did the rapid fire questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was so funny. He was like, right before we went live, he's like, okay, I have a few rapid fire questions for you. And then he quickly told them to us, and we're like, uh-oh. And then he just pressed the button, and he's like, live with Freeze the Fall. And it's like, ah. Yeah, they were pretty cool questions, though.
Yeah,
y-
they're really-
y'all handled it really, really, really well. And
Yeah.
Thank you.
my favorite part of that interview, and I'll tell y'all if you haven't heard the song, they played it, and then immediately when it ended, both hosts were like, "What was that?" Like,
Yeah.
you could hear how like genuinely shocked they were, and I think that's gonna be a common kind of thing with you guys. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay. And people kept like messaging the radio station while it was playing. Like we saw all the messages, and it was crazy, like cool feedback.
Mm.
There's so many people like, you have a new It's awesome.
that's so
Yeah.
good. That's so good. And so now that you've heard it, like, because when you listen to it at home and you have the project, that's one thing. But when you hear it on Spotify, it's a little different, isn't it?
Yeah.
It definitely
Yeah,
is.
it's crazy.
So is it
'Cause it's
like,
more like,
is it
yeah,
exactly what you imagined?
Mhm.
pretty much?
exactly.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yep, I bet.
It's weird being able to like look up Freeze the Fall, and then in your recently searched, it's like with all your other artists. Like,
Yeah,
you'll see
it's
it
so
beside.
weird.
Yeah.
I like I always do the like artist radio and just see like who
Yeah.
they stack you up with, and it's like Led Zeppelin and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I'm like, let's go.
Yeah, it was
Like,
cool.
yeah, fit right in. Fit right in.
Yeah,
I love it.
loved it. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Perfect.
So let's go back to the start. And I know you guys have talked about this a little bit. Now for our audience, tell us about Glitch. Tell us where Glitch started, and we'll go from there.
Okay, so I think if I remember correctly, the way it started was I was just playing around on the acoustic guitar one day at my house, and I came up with this like chorus idea, which ended up being the chorus that you hear now. And I brought it to Arya and Jonah,
Mhm.
and we kind of just started building the song around that chorus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what is
Anything else to say?
what does that
Nope.
process look like? Like, so you have an acoustic guitar and a vocal, and somehow that turns into this hard rock masterpiece that we have.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think it was easier for that song to write it just with acoustic guitar because I find I can get like more emotional like choruses like what I have in Glitch now.
Mhm.
If I start on acoustic, so I kind of just did that and then brought it to Arya and Jonah, but this time I played it with the electric guitar and then we could see what it sounded like. and
Yeah.
built it
Right.
around there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then,
and then
sorry, go ahead,
Oh, yeah.
Jonah.
and then after that, you got the concept for Glitch, or you had that before
I
you
had the
brought it to
concept
us.
and then yeah.
Yeah.
So can you tell us what the concept of the song is then?
Yeah, so it's basically about being a really like a super empathetic and sensitive person who kind of takes on everybody else's like problems, just like a sponge basically to everyone else's experiences and problems and taking that on as your own when you don't need to solve their problems, if that makes any sense.
Absolutely.
So in the chorus, it's like if we were robotic, we wouldn't be two souls who bandage bloody wounds. So kind of wishing that you were almost robotic because then you wouldn't have to deal with that metalized so we can't see, like you couldn't feel anything and you wouldn't have to deal with what you're dealing with in that moment. So yeah.
Wow. Come on, y'all. And then so Jonah, Aria, do you vibe with that? Like, is that something that you guys relate to or you understand?
I think it's definitely more personal
it's
to
definitely-
Quinn, but I can definitely like see where she'd be coming from with
Yeah,
The
and it
lyrics
can be
paint the picture
interpreted in
really
any
well.
way too. Like
Exactly.
that's the way
Yeah.
that we're coming at it from. But if you had your own interpretation of it, then go for it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that when, you know, I've got a community of YouTubers and we all try to help each other, and if one person kind of feels like something's not going right for them, I take that on a lot. You know what I mean? Like I almost feel guilty that my like videos or things will start to do well because I don't know how to tell them to do what I'm doing. Like I don't know what to do in that situation, and it beats me up.
absolutely. And that's what the song is about. So I'm glad that you can
Yeah.
you can connect to that. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Andy, welcome. Welcome.
Hey.
Happy release day, he says.
Hey, hey,
Ooh,
hey.
hey.
Welcome anyone else who has joined us. If you guys have questions for the band, we're going to be hanging out for about another 40 minutes still. So, well, just under that. But anyways, feel free to drop your questions. We're going to go back and forward to what I have and what y'all have in the chat too.
Yeah, ask us anything. We're happy to answer.
Yeah.
So you took the song from an acoustic and a chorus, turned it into this new metal thing, right? And then you take it into the studio. How did that transition go?
Yeah, so we took it into the studios, and Jordan, we love you, Jordan. He just kind of like listened to all the songs, and with Glitch, he just he's a master at what he does. Honestly, he just kind of like changed a couple things around, just like made it even bigger and better, and now it's the song it is. So
So what that would look like is we play the song for him and play it a few times so he can kind of like get the vibe, and then he'd make suggestions and be like, oh well, what if we work together to create the song to be more like this or more like this, changing this verse. Like for example, it used to have a really really long intro.
Yeah.
Really long.
Yeah.
Like just guitar and vocals before all the instruments come in, but now it's just like a few bars long. And it wasn't just Jordan who was making the changes, it was like all of us would work together. He'd like initiate an idea and then we'd work together
Yeah.
to create it how we want it to be.
And I think that was the big change for a lot of our original music, was kind of shortening that and making it more digestible for a viewer or listener, right?
Yeah, just like getting to the point. That was kind of the main thing that we learned
right.
in the studio, was just if something is in the song, it should have a purpose in the song and it should benefit the song as a whole.
Mhm.
for sure.
Yeah.
Well, and if you wanted to stretch out the intro, like do it live.
Yeah.
Make it
Yeah,
12 minutes
exactly.
long,
That'd be
right?
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you have the freedom for that, but the record and the release and everything, it kind of, you're right. Like everything has to have value or it's just expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
exactly.
For
Exactly.
simple terms. So how was working with Jordan? Tell us about that relationship.
So pretty much the first time we met Jordan, he was so welcoming and he just had such a cool vibe that when we first met him, we pretty much knew he was going to be our producer.
knew
He's pretty
right
much
away.
family. Like he's
Mhm.
the best of the best.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so
And he
important
was-
to hear.
Yeah. And he was always he was always communicating with us well. Like he didn't want to push us to do anything, but he would also challenge us. Like he would obviously challenge Quinn to maybe sing higher than she
Yeah.
normally could.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he would also respect the song and what it
And what we
was
wanted.
before and the changes, right?
Yeah.
Well, and it
Mhm.
sounds like you had enough of a say still to be like, no, this is our song. Like, you know,
Yeah,
you're giving us
he-
professional
Absolutely.
His
criticism.
thing was like, if there's ever some like an idea he had, and we could say no whenever we wanted, but like
Yeah.
the majority of the time they were amazing ideas.
Yeah,
so.
and if we did make a change, he would just like quadruple check with us. He's like, "Hey, like, are
Yeah.
we good with this? We good with this?"
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
awesome. And I think we were good with all the changes because we helped write the changes. It wasn't like he was like, "Okay, well, the verse is gonna sound like this now." Like we all
It was like,
worked
what
together.
if we did
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that? And
Yeah.
we built off that. Yeah.
Yeah. And,
Okay.
you know, I don't want to like even mention this, but like, you know, I've heard stories of people recording something, coming back the next day and it's like rearranged and there's different parts and like it's just all of a sudden it's a new song. Like I don't need that, right?
Jordan would never.
Yeah, I
that's
know.
awesome. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Jordan's
was
the best.
amazing to work with him, and like it was our first time ever doing anything like that, and to have somebody like him as our first experience
Right.
recording, it was amazing. Like I cannot thank him enough for like what he did.
Yeah,
It
and
was
the
great.
quality was so
Oh yeah,
good. Like,
it's insane.
yeah, like I didn't know we could make something like that locally. Cause like that's another thing. Everyone involved in this is local.
And I didn't
So-
know anything like that was in Kelowna.
Yeah, so even
Mm.
like the music video that people are about to see like fairly soon, that was like a local company.
Yeah.
who-
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels weird calling them a company. They're our friends, Evan and Teddy.
Yes.
Yeah, so just like everyone involved in this project, we're all local.
It's all
which
around
is
from here, yeah.
beautiful, honestly. Cause
Yeah,
it's,
it is.
It's
I think
world
it's
class
crazy.
and it's like
Yeah.
in our city.
Yeah. So I think it also highlights the talent of other artists and other people who worked with us to make this possible.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
So on I'm gonna self plug here on one of our BEL podcast episodes the other day. We were talking about how if like the more successful you are, the more of these kind of bubbles that you get to help people grow. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you guys went out and did a vulnerable thing. You asked for donations and a Kickstarter, and you raised all this money so you could go and hire people to do really cool jobs.
Yeah.
Like, how does
Yes,
that
for
part feel? Tell me about that.
The Kickstarter.
Yeah, about any of it,
Or-
like the relationship you have with these people now. You know, like
Yeah. So basically, after we worked with them, number one with Jordan, right?
Yeah.
And then with Evan and Teddy from 26 Films, and also with Kevin
Kevin
Moore.
from Soft Surrogate.
Yeah, he helped us with album art
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
branding and logos.
Yeah, so we've like made new friends with all these people, and I think it also maybe shows to other like local artists and stuff that there are opportunities and people who can help them like create art like this, create music videos like this,
Mhm.
create EPs like this. You
Yes.
know? So I think
Mhm.
it also maybe shows other people that it's totally possible to create what we made.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I can't
Yeah.
wait for y'all in the chat to see the video, y'all. Like it's
it's
You-
crazy.
It's insane.
Yes, and working with Kevin, so he's the
Kevin Moore,
artist. Yeah, it was crazy because he's the guy who did like Spirit Box artwork and like
Which is, like,
Falling
one
in
of our favorite
Reverse
bands.
and
wow.
all that, which is crazy.
And he's like, before we even worked with him, he was one of my favorite artists. Like I knew of him way before we worked with him, and I was like, this is like one of my favorite artists, like in the music scene.
and then we just like worked
Worked
on
with him
our
now.
EP artwork with him. It was crazy.
Yeah.
He has been in
Unreal.
this room with us to create the EP
Yes.
artwork.
He sat right
Unreal.
here.
Like I
Wild.
feel like I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm watching like a vlog 4 years after it's posted, and like I'm hearing all these amazing stories of, you know, like we watch them with the warning, like them talking about, yeah, you know, we're writing this song and we didn't really like in their story, we didn't really like how it went, and we figured it out and it worked, and then this person liked it, and now we're opening for Guns N' Roses. It's like, huh?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yes, it's crazy.
Okay, let's pull some questions from the chat here. So where
Let's
are we? I
do
gotta
it.
catch up. G-Man says, I bet after the LP releases, so many new doors were open for y'all. Cheers to the phone ringing off the hook. Yes, cheers to that.
Yes,
For sure.
absolutely. There's
Rick
so many
asks,
people.
how was Freeze the Fall formed?
How was Freeze the Fall formed? All right. So, all
Here we go.
This is maybe like the 5th time saying this in the past 2 days, but it's okay. So basically, Aria and I, we went to the same middle school.
Yeah.
Okay, so she was in 8th grade and I was in 9th grade, and we kept seeing each other in the hallways. Like we passed each other, but we didn't know each other. And we kept seeing each other wearing like cool band t-shirts.
Yeah.
Like, I saw Aria wearing a Bring Me the Horizon t-shirt, and I was like, that's really cool. I know that band. And so I walked up to her and I was like, hey, we should like jam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then Quinn and I, it was so awkward, like, but it was just like, hey, let's jam, let's do something. And then we jammed, and then
About a month later.
yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, whoa, getting sidetracked.
It's okay.
About a month later, I saw like a gig that you had with some other local band. You were like sitting in for them, or no, it was just you. It was like a solo thing.
Right, yeah. So I was doing like a solo gig downtown during the summer, and Aria's mom actually was connected with a band that I had played with previously. So I was a drummer without a band, and then they were without a drummer, so it kind of just
It just worked.
just
because we
just
had
worked
similar
out.
music taste and we were the same
Right.
age, which is like kind of hard to find.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Definitely.
Which is like why I approached Aria right off the bat, because like it's hard to find people who have like the same interests as you and the same music taste and all that. So
Exactly.
when you do find people like that, it's a big deal. And
Yeah.
For sure.
we found each other, so
Yeah,
it worked
yeah.
out. Yeah.
So, Arya, you came up to me at the gig, and
Oh,
it was
yeah.
really awkward the first time we said like a sentence to each other.
I was
and
like,
then
hey,
just,
I know you play the drums. I play the bass. That's cool.
Yeah, right. And Quinn was out of town, that's why she wasn't able to be there.
Yeah.
But then shortly after, we had our first practice at my house, and first half an hour was pretty awkward, I'd say. But then after that, we
We just gelled and
yeah.
Yeah,
now we're in a
it
band.
was- and the way we were gonna go about this, so it was less awkward, which it was still awkward, but we all picked like a song
Yeah.
that we were gonna all learn, so that when we got to Jonah's house, we wouldn't just like awkwardly sit there. We actually had something to work on.
Mhm.
Which one of those songs was Evolve, which I'm sure a lot of you literally just know us because we covered Evolve. So that was one of the first songs that we ever covered,
and it stuck.
and it stuck.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
yeah, that's the story.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's such a good story. I love how awkward the band meetups always are.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, they were bad.
Yeah, very awkward. I think all of us like we're not really naturally like people who are we're not like people, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We're all
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
pretty introverted and we're all like, hey, you wanna be in a band?
Yeah.
So that was definitely funny. But like you guys said, after the first like maybe 40 minutes of practice, we were just like best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Awesome. Yeah, when my band got together, we were the same thing. We were two guitar players. I was a singer and a bass player without a drummer. And we marched around with all this ego and we talked about being in a band, but we weren't a band, right? And
Yeah.
the other guys, they met a drummer at like a bar or a party or something like that. Just happened to meet a drummer. So we all make plans, come out to my place, meet at whatever time, and there's like a snowstorm. The drummer got there like an hour before the other guys got there, and we just like sat there like staring at each other.
Oh my
That's
god, that would have
so
been so
awkward.
awkward.
Yeah, it's like -30. He's like in his basketball shorts, like in my dad's garage, like
A true Canadian.
yeah, true Canadian.
Yeah.
Beth says, "Great, you're getting some early airplay. Song has a neat concept. What change worked the most?"
Oh.
Ooh, what change worked the most? I'd say even just that's a good question. Probably just what we said before with shortening the beginning.
Yeah, it
Mhm.
definitely like got to the point of the song like faster,
Yeah.
and it just had more impact. I think
Yeah,
shortening
because
that.
yeah, we changed the verses a bit too, but it wasn't as much of a big change. than
Yeah,
the
it
first
wasn't as big.
Yeah, but it still definitely helped. We changed some of the Jordan and I worked to change the melody of the verse so it goes into the chorus a lot nicer, which yeah.
Yeah.
Those are kind of the two main big changes and they turned out amazing, I think.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
yeah.
No, I love it. I love it. Mellow Mallard says, "We're just gonna do a bunch of chat questions here. How much impact did producing the new records have on you?" So like
Um,
that's I'll give you my example. When I sang my original song, like when I started, I thought I was getting good vocal sounds, and then I realized what I could get out of a vocal sound, and I went and re-recorded it, and I even rewrote a couple parts because I was like, it sounds better this way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me personally, it's kind of I think it's given me more confidence
Yeah.
to try new things because just like I think you mentioned this earlier, kind of the main thing that Jordan was like pushing me to do was improve my vocals, like
Yeah.
sing higher because he's like, I know you can sing these notes, you just don't do it. I kind of would like psych myself out of it, but
Like afraid of them or something.
Oh, Jordan's here.
Yeah.
Hi, Jordan.
Oh.
Hey.
I was looking over here. I was like,
I'm not
Oh
gonna
my
lie, I
God.
went to look over my shoulder too. Like, really?
Yeah, sorry, I'm kind of brain dead right now. But yeah, I think that's the main takeaway I had from the studio. And of course, like we said before, for writing, just getting to the point and shortening things.
Yeah, definitely.
I
What
love
about
that.
you guys?
yeah,
I agree with you.
I think also a
Mhm.
big thing was that Jordan taught us so much in the studio about songwriting and constructing the song that we're now able to apply that to future songs.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
for
So
sure.
we can come into the studio next time with better songs, right?
Definitely.
Mhm.
Mhm.
It'll be a good day when Jordan's like going through with a fine pick comb and he can't find something to change, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
welcome, Jordan. I'll give you a call in a bit if you want. Just let me know in the chat or text me. You got my number. The phone's muted.
Jordan.
And then so sorry, Aria, did you have some more to add to that?
No, yeah, the biggest takeaways were for sure like just like shortening the song and getting to the point, and also like learning like what we're capable of. Like yeah, it definitely gave me a lot more confidence as well with my playing. It's like, oh, I'm actually kind of good at this.
Yeah.
Like I can push myself.
Yeah.
I love that. It's like, I love that you just said that. That's so
Thank you.
53 people in here, y'all. Come on.
Oh my god. Thank you all so much for being
Yeah,
here. It means a
thank you.
lot to us.
How tangible does your future seem now?
I think well, for me, I'm still in shock. The past like 3 weeks I've just been in shock. I don't really think I've processed what's going on yet, but
Yeah.
it seems more real. It's weird because now we like wake up and we go do like radio interviews, then we come and hang out with you guys. and-
Yeah.
It's just crazy, and I'm so happy with how the song turned out. Like
Me
to the
too.
point where
Yeah,
I'm still
same.
just like, what's going on?
Me too.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Because I know some bands don't even like listening to their own music,
Yeah.
right?
I love listening to
I love
Glitch.
listening to our
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
I'm the same.
Yeah.
With my song that
Yeah.
just came out, it's like on repeat all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I just like, it's not even like an ego thing. Like I just sit there in my feels. I'm like, I just can't believe like I can search this. Like it's real.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's like, oh, the hard work is paying off.
It's
And
the
then you
exact
kind of
same
just sit
thing.
there and you hear like a certain line and you're like, oh, I remember writing that. I remember where I was and what I was thinking. And
Yeah.
yeah.
So now let's go into the studio for a little bit. How was like your working days, your work schedule? Y'all are in school. Like, tell us about that.
Right.
So we would go into the studio mostly on weekends.
Yeah.
We'd be there for like 8 to, I think one day we had like a 10-hour.
Yeah. There's a lot
They're
of
like the whole day.
there's a lot of like 5-6 hour days, and then there's a couple like really long days to like finish up the project. But yeah.
Yeah. So, and then we'd like bring our homework because there's a lot of like,
There's a lot of downtime.
there's a lot of downtime. It's a lot of just like hurry up and wait. So like, for example, Aria would be tracking bass for however many hours. And then Jonah and I would be in the back, like doing homework or like resting on the couch or watching a movie or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then because drums get tracked first after, because I tracked drums like
So
so fast
In like 2 days or something, right?
Yeah, it was
Jonah's
way
an
quicker
animal.
than we all thought it would be. So I had so much downtime, but it was
Yeah.
so fun still because I got to see the process as well. I got to see how things were
Right.
recorded.
Right,
so-
because you just like got your part out of the way and then you could
And
just,
then
like,
you just
listen.
had, like,
yeah,
Oh,
I was the
yeah.
watcher. I
The
was the
watcher.
observer.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. I love that.
Mhm.
Sorry. And then how about let's talk about the video for a second. How was the video day?
Oh,
Cold.
Okay. Yeah.
So we were in this like barn. So keep in mind this is we're, for those of you who don't know, we're from Canada. Like that. We're from Canada. So we were in this
and this was in December.
night
Yes.
Yeah.
in
we
a
were
barn.
there for 11 hours.
In a barn that was like we had to get heaters in there, which like
Didn't
It-
do much.
yeah, because it's like a big space, like a big space. So
Yeah.
and we had to wear like our outfits were not warm. They were like
Yeah.
tank tops.
It was rock and
So
roll.
in the music video, you might see some like breath
Yeah.
when
And
I'm
that's
like
real.
singing. And it's real.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were definitely very cold.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that day was so
It
fun.
was amazing.
There
yeah.
were so many people that went into play for just the music video itself. It was crazy. There was a whole team running around and
Yes.
it looked so professional. It was so cool.
Yeah, it
Mhm.
was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't even have the words for it. And there was a photographer there, our friend Christian.
Oh yeah, Christian.
Christian, yeah. So most of the like pictures from that day that you'll see on our Instagram, those were from Christian because he
Yep.
was there taking
Yeah.
pictures. And then there was like the crew of all the videographers.
Yeah.
And there were like how many? There were maybe like 7 of them.
7 or 8, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, there were
Yeah.
a lot of them, and they were all so like everyone who was there was just so passionate about
Yeah,
what
they were
doing.
so
like,
into it.
it was so inspiring. It was
Mhm.
crazy. Like they'd get different ideas just like on the spot and be like, "Oh my god, let's try this." And then like and then the other people who would be like sitting just watching, they'd see all the like shots and stuff and they'd be like, "Oh my god, that's so cool."
Yeah.
Like it was just so like inspiring. I love it so much.
Yeah, it was
Mhm.
a good day.
Yeah.
I love that. there's one shot that I can remember, Arya. It's like you're standing on top and you're holding your base, and it's like this up angle, and you can see like all the maple in it and everything. And just because like I'm like a tech guy, I'm just imagining like a videographer like laying on the ground trying to get the
Yeah,
shot.
that's exactly what it was like.
So for all of the shots where it's like looking downwards, there was just like people like laying on their backs on this like cold barn. It was
Yeah, it's so
I
funny.
love
So just
that.
like any shot you see, like however like close or far away it is, just imagine the
They're, like,
angle the person would have had to be
Yeah,
at.
yeah.
And then it was funny because you'd have to like, I don't know, I know there was like one part in one of the things where I could like go down on my knees, and then the camera guy's right there, and I have to be like right up here,
Yeah.
like on the ground. It was so funny.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'd love
Yeah.
that.
yeah, and there were makeup artists there
Oh
too.
yeah, that was really
Mhm.
cool. First time.
Yeah, they did an amazing job, and they were there to touch up the makeup because, like, I know for me, like, my nose was really red
Yeah.
because it was really cold. So
Oh.
after maybe like every 10 minutes, she'd run up to me and she's like, "I'm just gonna put some powder on your nose."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and your hands, Quinn, they were
Oh,
like
Yeah,
red.
yeah. There was this one picture of me sitting on a throne, and Christian, the photographer, he actually had to like edit my hands because they were so red. He had to like change them so they were just
Oh,
like
shit.
a normal hand color. Yeah, yeah. So that was pretty funny.
I love
But
that.
it was a crazy experience.
It was
and the
insane.
owners were so nice. They
Oh,
came
yeah.
to because it wasn't our barn. We had like someone let us use it. It was
Mhm.
this couple, and they came in to watch us for a bit while we were recording the videos, and they were so nice and
Yeah,
so
they were
supportive.
lovely.
Because
Right.
like it's their property, and we were being like really loud.
Really loud. And we were there till
obviously.
like pretty late at night.
Yeah, we were
so-
there till like I don't know, like 11 or something. Or
Yeah.
12.
Yeah.
But they were just so supportive. Everyone there was amazing.
Yeah,
I
it
love
was
that.
really good.
I
Yeah.
love that. I'm so happy for you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Should we call Jordan quick?
Let's do it.
Yeah,
My phone says maybe
Jordan
Jordan.
takes the producer.
He's our fave.
Let's see if this works.
Okay.
Oh, it connected, but I don't know if we can hear. Yes. Jordan, I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm just trying to take you into my little system here.
Jordan.
Minky.
It might be
Where
me.
you at?
It might be me. Hold on one sec.
That's okay. Take your time. He says he can hear you.
You can hear me? I can't hear you. You can hear me right now, right?
Stay
Yeah,
tuned.
okay. I'm gonna try this once more. I'm gonna take you into the Bluetooth thing. Let's see. Damn,
Jordan.
iPhone.
Yay!
All right, Jordan, you there? He can hear us, but he can't. Why can't we hear him? Sorry, y'all. I even
Oh, no,
sound
it's
checked this
not.
before.
I can iPad if you want.
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Green computer.
Yeah.
Jordan, if you got Discord, maybe I'll have to just add you on Discord, and you can just join our call here. I'll send you a message. We'll do that. We got 15 minutes still. So he hung up. So I guess we could spill a little bit of our news between the four of us.
Mhm.
Sure. I don't know
So-
what this is, but go for it.
In April, y'all have the release party, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've made the decision that myself, my fiance, and I think that's gonna be it. Just the two of us are gonna come out, and we're gonna hang out. We're gonna live stream the performance. Hopefully, I can introduce y'all, and
Yeah.
it'll be
And
nice
we'll
to
get
meet.
to meet. in
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Yay.
Finally.
Yes.
So excited.
Okay, there's got to be a way to do this. Gary, what's up? Welcome. Gary's another indie musician as well.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
Fantastic, fantastic. How the hell am I gonna do this? Oh, you know
Someone
what?
a
I
few
bet you I
minutes
could do
ago said
this.
that they had listened to Glitch like 100
Yeah, I
times.
saw
Yeah.
that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
for
so much
listening to
for
Glitch.
all of you. You're
Yeah.
amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, y'all entertain the chat. I'm gonna figure out a way to call Jordan here.
It's always Jesse's fault.
Oh, my fault.
Uh,
I will for sure take that. Oh, I won't say your number out loud, Jordan.
Maybe not. Oh,
Can y'all hear that?
Yeah, I can hear that.
What's up?
What's up?
I can see you, but I don't know if I can get your camera on the screen. But it is what it is.
You don't need to see my ugly mug.
Welcome, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. I've been watching. I got in late. I have to admit. I have two little boys, so I was watching one of them. So I had to hightail it to the studio, and now I'm here. So I was a little bit late.
No, that's okay. Freeze the fall. Y'all can hear Jordan okay? Yeah, awesome. Ooh, I lost you guys in volume now.
Yeah, I can't hear Freeze the Fall.
I don't know what happened. Maybe we can only do like one at a time or something weird.
I can see them though. So
yeah, I can see it's really quiet too. Huh, that's weird. Hold on, give me one sec, y'all.
All good.
Tech guy problems. Test. That's still really quiet. What the hell just happened? I might have to find another way to do this. I'm really sorry, Jordan. Test. Nah, see now I'm
There we
back.
go.
Yeah,
There we go.
yeah, it's the
Perfect.
FaceTime. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't think that's gonna work.
That's
Aw,
okay.
man.
That's okay.
That's all good.
I'm
All
really
good.
sorry.
No problem.
That's okay.
Jordan, I know you can hear me. We'll do a podcast. You can come promote yourself. We can talk about Freeze the Fall, and you can talk about all your stuff. That's what we'll do.
Cool.
Jordan Love.
Jordan.
Momagers, if y'all have any links to any of the like companies or Instagrams or anything, please feel free to share them in the chat.
Jordan.
Sorry, Jordan.
I'm so sorry. It's obviously the FaceTime. I could try once more, but yeah, get a bigger hammer. That's funny.
We should have like a designated podcast where it's like us and Jordan and you, and we can like plan it way in advance, and we can just like sit down.
That'd be really fun.
That'd be crazy.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that'd
I'll
be
be
fun.
there in April.
Oh.
True, yeah.
Just saying.
Oh
Just
my God,
saying.
yeah.
Y'all been busy.
In person.
Yeah. Been
Yeah.
So what else we got to talk about? We got how's the release? Like, how's it feel? The song's out. It's on the radio. People all over the world are listening to it. Like, let's start at who do you want to start at? Aria, you want to go first?
Okay. I don't know. It's really awesome that the song's out. It's been such like a big project. It's taken months. Like we've been working on this since like October.
Yeah.
So it's just really cool to see it pay off now and for people to finally hear it and yeah, for it to be out there.
Yeah, and it was cool. Actually, yesterday this song came out a bit early, and it also came out in Australia, technically a day early for us, I guess.
Yeah.
But to them, it came out on the 1st.
Yeah.
So that was really cool to see people reacting to it all the way across
Yeah,
the
that was
world.
really cool.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's just crazy that like so many of you are coming from outside of Canada, or even from Canada, but from like the other side of Canada. It's crazy.
Wow,
Like
that.
I can't believe it. Good day from Australia. Good day.
There you go.
Yeah, and I'm so happy that like from the feedback that I've heard so far, people love the song, which makes me so happy because we love the song. So-
Yeah.
and we worked a lot on it, so I'm glad that you guys enjoy it. That's awesome.
Yeah, just wait till you see the video, y'all. Just wait.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Look at what Jordan said.
What did
Yo,
he say?
come by the studio, Jesse, for sure.
Yeah,
You
we
can see where we made this song, Jesse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
We'll
what
give you
we
a
could do the
tour.
interview there,
Yeah.
do the podcast there.
Oh my God, yes.
I hope Terry can still hear me. Terry's actually the one who like told me to react to you guys originally.
Hey,
Yeah.
Really?
Hi,
And,
Terry.
Thank you so much,
Terry.
Terry.
I tried to say his name like 4 or 5 times on all my radio interviews, and it all kind of got cut. And that might be for like worrying about people's names and stuff. But I just want to make sure that I like Terry's the one that started this whole thing for me. So
Thank you so much, Terry, for
Wow.
everything.
Thank
Seriously.
you.
yeah, he is such a great dude, man. Such a solid dude. But like this whole warning the army, man, like is unbelievable, and the
You
support.
guys are crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you guys for everything.
Yeah, thank you. Like we cannot thank you all enough. It's so
Absolutely.
surreal. We love you so much. Thank you.
Do we have any more questions for the band? What else do we got here? Well, I have all my audio issues. Yeah, I see that.
The vocals alone are super impressive. Thank you so much, Gary. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
It's cool to hear that you said that it was an acoustic thing first, because I don't think I'd be able to write that vulnerable of a head voice note if you gave me that instrumental first. I just don't think that that's what I would hear. You know what I mean? But on an
Yeah.
acoustic, I might, because it'd be like a really pretty melody that goes along with the acoustic guitar, right?
Yeah, yeah, and I wanted the chorus to sound like really like, of course, angsty and stuff to match the nature of our instruments and our sound. But I also wanted to sound kind of like crying almost. And I think the way that I decided I was gonna like put that extra vulnerability, I guess, was just that note. Yeah.
No, great choice. Great choice.
Thank you so much.
Hold on. What am I missing here? Terry said he's having internet issues right now, so he can't. Okay, yeah, he'll watch it back. I know he will. I have friends in Queensland have alerted the release and they loved it. Love to hear it. Robert's here. Welcome. You're not too late. Don't worry about it.
Ooh, Jordan's here with some like behind the scenes.
See, I'm so disappointed. I'm sorry I couldn't call you, my friend.
We even tried a full voice note for that, but the head voice note was cooler. Yes, this is true.
Jonah, I have a question for you.
Wild notes on the EP. Yes, Jordan. And again, just like what we said before, that was Jordan. He was like, dude, you could do some crazy things with your voice. You could sing way higher. You're just like psyching yourself out. But
and Aria, you sang some harmonies on this too, right?
Yeah, I did.
How'd that go?
It was pretty scary. I haven't been singing for that long, but it was, again, Jordan really helped with confidence, and I can't thank him enough. It was a really cool experience, and yeah, it turned out really well, I think.
One of the songs also has Jonah.
Yeah,
believe it or not, I actually sang on a song.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I keep getting asked this, y'all. The only thing I got to do a reaction video to this video about a week ago, and I haven't heard anything else. I have no hand in it. I have no nothing. I'm just here for the ride.
Yes.
Now stop asking me. North of 49 just added it to the Spotify playlist. Hey.
Nice.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Robert, I appreciate you popping in, my friend. I have 2 reaction videos I gotta upload for you too. I'm behind on editing again, but hey, that's another conversation. Oh man, I had another question too, and now I'm spacing out. I'm getting so nervous. 7 minutes to the drop, y'all.
It's okay. We're nervous too.
Yeah,
like
I
I keep trying to like answer questions, and I'm like, I can't talk. I just lose my train of thought.
I've been like all over the place all morning. I was texting one of the group chats or one of the momagers or something. I made a coffee and I put it down and I went and found a hoodie and I was like, didn't I make a coffee? So I made another coffee and then I had 2 coffees and like sipping both, and now I have a rock star and
all the caffeine.
I feel that.
So okay, I'm just trying to think. I'm going through the music video and I'm trying to think of like all the scenes and stuff. Can you guys describe to me from the other side what it like looked like, what it felt like? I know you talked about there was lots of people, but like we see you very well lit up, so it must have been bright.
Yeah.
You said it was loud. Like, tell us about the rest of the environment there.
Yeah, well, the first thing that I can think of is, do you remember? Okay, so we only took up like a section of the barn.
Yeah.
Right? So there was like, I think at least half of the other side was just like makeup artists and all
Cameras
the other people and like chairs set up for people to sit. And I remember amongst that, there was like one of the videographers had set up this stand and he put an empty bubbly can on it. Do you remember? It was grapefruit bubbly, and he's like, this is your audience, play to this bubbly can.
And we had to like watch, we had to like look at it.
Yeah. That's like the main thing that pops up for me. Yeah, and then there were like Evan and Teddy and their crew. They were just like everywhere.
Like they were like contortionists all over
the floor.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That.
Yeah, there's like a shot of you, and it's from like a really I won't spoil anything, but it's just like it's behind something, and it looks really cool. Yeah. Yeah, and there were just a lot of people there.
Yeah, it was a very full barn too, because when you see it, there's like a lot of stuff in the background.
A lot of stuff in the background.
So it was it was really cool though.
Yeah, but I'm glad with how it all like turned out as far as like how the set looked, because I was like, there's a lot of stuff here, and it could like either look really cool or like not cool at all. But it turned out sick, like absolutely sick. It was so good.
Oh yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, unreal. Y'all can
Jordan. Sorry, Jordan says he's mixing another Freeze the Fall song as he's watching this.
Hey.
So single number 2.
Yes. Yeah.
Love
What
that.
about you guys? Do you have anything to say about
Yeah, and just remember that Glitch is just the start. We still have
Mhm.
the whole EP coming
Yeah,
out.
guys, this is just one of the songs.
This is just one of them.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna make you rate the songs as they come out. Are you guys gonna start a
Oh.
Patreon?
Sorry?
Are you gonna start a Patreon?
I think that's
Yeah,
a
that's the
plan.
goal for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
should start that like right away.
Yeah, absolutely.
That sounds good. We can
Mhm.
get on that.
Who said this up here? Are you gonna start a Patreon like the warning and give your patrons live chats and answers and questions? See, like easy content, easy connections.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So we have 4 minutes left, and I'm sorry to bombard you guys with an emotional question, but do you have anything you'd like to say to everyone who donated to this project?
Just like thank you so much.
There's
Like
no
there
words.
aren't any words for it. Like all we can say is just like thank you. Like we've been working at this since before we even met each other. Like I know when I was like 10, I was like, I want to do that. And
Right.
it's so surreal to see people from like Australia,
Germany
like-
now too. Welcome, Frank.
yeah, and being like, this is a cool song that you guys wrote.
Yeah.
It's just like it's crazy. Thank you all
It
for
means the
everything.
world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and thank you all so much for caring
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
what we have, what we're doing in our lives, and what we're trying to achieve, our goals and dreams.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for that. So,
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
Yeah. And I want you all to know that like you all have a hand in this, whether you like donated to Kickstarter or not, if you're just like watching us on YouTube, like all of you helped us get to where we are
Yeah,
right now.
definitely.
So you had a hand in all of this.
Yes.
So just like
yeah.
thank you all.
You know, there was like when we talked on the phone after the music video shoot and everything, there was a really cool story you guys told me. It was like you were waiting, you weren't going there because you didn't want to get cold yet. They were setting everything up, they're getting everything ready, and you walk in the doors and they grab you and they're like, let's go to makeup, and it's like time to go.
Yeah.
And
Like when you walked in the first time, oh my god.
That was the craziest feeling because you had to go like up these stairs on the outside of the barn, and then there was like these like blankets covering the door to like try to keep the heat in. And you open the curtains and it's crazy. There's like makeup artists in the corner. There's like 20 people
in
there.
trying
And
to
there's
help
people
us.
like setting up everything, making sure everything's the way it needs to be. And it was so crazy because it was like these people all like believe in us.
They're all like helping us.
and they're helping us like it was just like probably like top 10 craziest feelings I've ever felt in my
Yes,
entire life. It
I
was
definitely
wild.
agree.
just walk through
100%.
those blankets into Hollywood, eh? Like
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
It was crazy, and there's such hardworking and creative people involved in all of that. I think that's
Definitely.
one of my favorite things from Freeze the Fall is working with other creative people, like meeting you, for example. It's just so cool, even if it's like photography, for example, which is something I don't understand. I couldn't tell you anything about photography, but like seeing photographers and videographers and you and other musicians like work and be so inspired by self-expression and creativity and all that, it's crazy.
It is
like
crazy.
it's so inspirational. I just love it.
It is really.
It's beautiful.
y'all are incredible, man. I keep saying that. I say that in our group chats, but like the way you carry yourselves, the way you present yourselves, the way you're handling all this, like I just come on, y'all. Let's have an applause for y'all.
Thank you so much.
Thank
And
you
all
so
the
much.
momagers and dad crew, like come on, man. I couldn't imagine
Yes.
what y'all are going through. This is just must be surreal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Surreal.
sure.
Gary
Yeah.
said he's been doing it for 45 years, so he says y'all aren't allowed to stop.
We
Yeah.
won't stop.
We
don't
won't.
worry.
Never.
Don't worry.
Never.
Okay, y'all, the countdown for Glitch is about to start. You don't even have to leave the chat. It'll
I'm
drag us
scared.
all over into the chat. And after that, my reaction will drop too, so we can watch that, and y'all can just watch me cry like a little girl. It's just gonna be amazing.
It's,
just
it's
gonna
the best
sob.
reaction
You have
to
to watch
any
it.
song I've ever seen. Go watch his reaction.
Yeah, do it.
I say by about song 3, I might be able to just react and stop with the tears and the whole stuff. But anything else we need to add on the way out here?
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Enjoy, y'all. I love you all so much, man. 62 of you in here. TWA, everybody. Come on, let's get all the noises. Come on. Around Kamloops. Hey, I got a friend in Kamloops that wants to come hang out when we're in Kelowna. Another
Yeah.
producer.
Yeah.
62 people, y'all. Okay, it's starting. The countdown's starting. We're moving over there. I'll see you all on the other side. Okay, y'all. I gotta get off the phone.